Hello everybody, hi and welcome. So, welcome to this episode of Low Carb in the Leaves, where again, I am not in the leaves. I'm in my study again today. It's very blowy out there. We are in the business of change and helping people change. And yesterday I discussed perfectionism and how we have this little inner critic on our shoulder that can be extremely problematic. And that this inner critic can lead us to perfectionistic ideas, perfectionistic thoughts. Hey, good morning, Sue. Good morning, Sue and Suzanne. And these perfectionistic thoughts can really, really get in our way if we let them. Perfectionism can lead us to this all or nothing mentality. Either I'm doing it absolutely, completely, perfectly, only ever sticking to green list foods entirely all the time, never ever snacking, never ever even thinking about snacking, or I'm on a complete bender and eating nothing but Macca's, chips and ice cream. And both of those are unhealthy in different ways. This is unhealthy because it's not sustainable. This idea of being absolutely perfect all the time isn't possible. It's totally unrealistic to expect us to be perfect. And this is obviously unhealthy because we're eating foods that are very, very unsupportive of our goals. And at the background there is this inner critic jumping up and down, telling us that we can't do it, when really, although it seems a bit perverse, that part of our brain is just trying to keep us safe. In our podcast episode this week, our podcast Real Health and Weight Loss, we talk about emotional eating and the toddler brain. It's a very simplistic but a useful way to think of our brain in our decision-making capacity. The decision makers of our brain is we have got the parent brain at the front of our head and we've got the toddler brain at the back. The parent brain, our big juicy prefrontal cortex, is the rational part, thinking, planning, abstracting part of our brain. The toddler is the much more emotional, reactive, I want the donuts and I want them right now part of our brain. They're both really important parts of our brain. They're both there for a reason. And, excuse me, having a little failure there. And we need to be in a situation where our parent and our toddler brain are nicely integrated and talking to each other. And this gets better with practice, and it gets better with sleep, with stress management. It gets better when we eat low carb real food. That really dampens down the cravings, and it is entirely possible. And when you can do that, when you've got your parent brain and your toddler brain integrating and talking to each other nicely, then you're free. You have this wonderful food freedom where food doesn't control you. You're able to control your own food choices. And it's a wonderful place to be. It's beautiful, it's liberating, and it is yours for the taking. So guys, start taking the right steps, the right decisions. Good decisions beget good decisions, and start forging your own food freedom today. Bye-bye, everybody.